In February 2008, the Arizona State Board of Education approved ECAP for all high school students in grades 9 through 12.
ECAP stands for Education and Career Action Plan. So next year when you get to high school, you will need to do an ECAP, and I will talk more about that in just a second. ECAP for the student helps them develop goals. It helps them take responsibility and ownership of their own learning. It kind of helps them understand where they are. So it tells them where they are and what they need to do to get where they want to go.
At this age, are starting to set goals and starting to actually see what it takes to reach a goal. Just saying, I want to go to college isn't good enough. They need to know what steps they need to take, when they need to take those steps, and having it all on paper and in a checklist format enables them to actually go step by step and see what needs to happen.
The ECAP is simple. It reflects a student's current plan of coursework, career aspirations, and extended learning opportunities. This helps the student to develop academic and career goals.
We're really trying to bring up the awareness in students about college and career. What does it take to be prepared for college and career? And some students may think they're prepared, but in reality, they're not. One of the things that we cover are the essentials that must go in their suitcase to prepare for the road trip to college and career.
The students could take what they need to know to go to college, even though they're only in 8th grade, and compare it to a road trip, which they're all familiar with, to see what steps they need to take now and in the next 4 years so they could get there successfully.
Students will find their individual path to success. However, the ECAP with several key components is the tool that will help students prepare.
They need to have the following 4 attributes in that ECAP, and that is extracurricular activities, career goals and interests, academics, and post-secondary plans. The first attribute that should be included in all ECAPs is participation in extracurricular activities. So within the ECAP for each student, there should be some tracking and updating of all the extracurricular activities that student has participated in throughout high school.
Extracurricular activities can include a student's work experience, internships, sports, clubs, volunteer work, and community service.
The second attribute that should be in the ECAP is including students' career interests and goals.
I want to be a lawyer when I grow up, and I want to open up my own law firm and open up a bakery with my best friend.
Students may want to start by identifying their skills and things they like to do. Then explore career opportunities that match their profile. A job shadow is a great opportunity for students to explore their career choices.
We can bring in a team of folks, of school personnel, parents, and community members that can work together and giving that student that needed support. The third attribute that should be in the ECAP are the academics. So each course that the student takes throughout their high school career should be put down on that ECAP. And then, is the course in progress? If it is, that should be checked off. Then once the credit is earned, then that is checked off that student has now earned that credit that they need towards graduation.
Students should also review their academic progress regularly with their guidance counselor, and they should also record academic achievements and awards in their ECAP.
The last attribute that should be in the ECAP are those post-secondary plans. For instance, if a student, their freshman year, really has their mind set on attending a 4-year college or university, that would go there under their 9th grade post-secondary plan. However, 2 years down the road, let's say when they become a junior, their mind might change, and that's perfectly fine. They could say their junior year, I'm going to go to a community college my first 2 years and get those general ed courses taken care of, and then I'm going to transfer to a 4-year college or university those last 2 years. You'll notice you have many different options. Your GPA goes in here, your career goal and interest will go in here, and all of your test scores, including AIMS. It's important that they can not only enter the information themselves, but they can keep track, they can update their progress, and see how they're doing. And they can also make some changes as they're keeping that plan.
We're not in the days anymore where high school education is good enough. And a lot of our students don't realize that. A lot of their parents don't have college education. Some of their parents don't even have high school education. And the world's changing very fast, and they need to keep up with it. And the sooner they realize that, the better.
If you go to college, you have like more education, and then with the more education, the more opportunities and like better jobs you can get.
It's estimated by the year 2014 that 90% of the fastest growing careers will require some post-secondary education. So it's very important that kids today are prepared. You are now circling individual jobs you're interested in doing. I see the ECAP with those 4 attributes and the strength that it has of helping kids, look at their goals, enter the goals, update, monitor the goals with that team of folks. I think it's a great complement to relationships, relevance, and rigor.
Another benefit to ECAP is that it provides a great academic tracking tool to acquire necessary data on students as they move through the education system.
Our kids are very mobile. They're moving around constantly, one school to the next. We have some students that have been in 5 schools this year. The paperwork doesn't always catch up with them quickly or even at all in some cases. So this does give a very, very nice way for people to track the students as they're moving around.
The ECAP is a living document that's going to follow these students no matter where they decide to go. For instance, if they decide to go to another state, there are over 20 states right now that require an individual learning plan. So it can easily follow that student wherever they decide to go. This, guys, is going to be a big help for you throughout high school to help you, again, develop your goals, organize yourself, and kind of be that extra guide that you need.
The ECAP is essential to prepare for the road trip to a successful future.